Guys, today I will explore a touchy subject and explain why buying a home is a terrible investment. Before we go into the why, let's define how the dictionary talks about what an investment actually is. So, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it is the outlay of money, usually for income or profit. So, to paraphrase, an investment is anything that you put money into and expect to get more in return than what you put in. At this point, you may be thinking that a house that appreciates over time matches that definition of an investment. But is it a good one? I'll give you 5 reasons why your home is a terrible investment. Number one, you have dead equity. So let's say you have 75,000 or $100,000 saved up for a down payment on a 350,000 or $400,000 house. You hand it over to the bank for the opportunity to move into this house, a non-performing asset that does not give you a return every month. That money is trapped and you can't do anything with it. You could use that same money to put it into an apartment building and actually get cash flow every month instead. So instead of tying up all that cash, you just put it into an asset that actually performs, that gives you money. Number two, you're sinking money month over month into this non-performing asset. So after you tie up all that money and after you saved up for a long time, you're then obligated to send the lender the money for the mortgage. Then you need to pay taxes, insurance, maintenance, and all those things always go up as well. All this is aside from the fact that you also need to spend hours mowing the lawn, trimming trees, and shoveling snow if you're in one of those areas. In a rental, the landlord handles all that for you, so you don't really have to do any of that stuff. Number three is depreciating asset in need of updating. As a property ages, your home requires updating as your tastes change. I'm sure many of you don't like to see those kitchen cabinets and shag carpets from the 1960s in any house, let alone yours. For example, generally speaking, people today like open floor plans with solid color formica or granite countertops, and either stainless steel or black appliances. When tastes change, those will be out of style, and the home will need to be renovated again. In a rental property, a good landlord will often update the units with modern colors, with modern flooring, and nicer kitchens as well. Number four, no control of the value. The value of your home is directly tied to the surrounding homes. If the properties all go up in value because Amazon just happens to be opening up a fulfillment center 10 minutes away, that's super, that's great. But if a hospital nearby shuts down and the neighborhood takes a hit, your home's value will get crushed. Because the housing market, it fluctuates unpredictably, you can never count on your home appreciating. This means that you could be upside down on the mortgage when you go to sell it. Perhaps you lose your job and you want to pull out some of that equity only to find out they have none because the market value has gone down. You just don't know. Think of it. If a home were such a great investment, why did so many people just walk away from their houses back in 2008? Number five, you are stuck in one place. The days when you can go to work for a company for 20 years and turn that job into a lifetime career, those days are long gone. If you lose your job or you want to take an opportunity out of state, you just can't move. You need to unload that house and possibly even taking a loss if you're paying a mortgage while paying the rent of the place you're going to. With a rental property, you have much more flexibility, not only because there are management companies that can do the job for you, but because your emotions are not attached to that place as well. What's more, sometimes you could even get out of that lease if you let the landlord or the property management know that you need a short-term lease as well, if that's what you're thinking. So I know that owning a home and renting an apartment has money coming out of your pocket. Both give you one thing in return: a place to live. Think of it as an expense, just like you do with food, clothing, and fuel for your car. but it's definitely not an investment. Making a profit on home ownership is so rare that I wouldn't even call it an investment. It may work out well, but for the most part, only the banks win in those cases. So I'm not saying that home ownership is bad. I'm just saying that there is more to owning than what the American dream used to be. Many people find happiness and enjoyment doing home improvements and gardening and even mowing their lawns. They're happy to stake their claim on their own little corner of the earth. If you don't care about investing for your future, outside of your IRA, your trust, or your savings account, then you know what? You should go ahead and buy a house. Works for you. But if you're looking to build financial freedom, take all that cash, take all that fuel, and invest it in properties, invest it in real estate where you can get cash flow. That's ultimately what you want. Anyway, do you think home ownership is a generational phenomenon due to, say, life experience or the age gap? Or do you even agree with what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And if you like this content, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it. Also check out the Bulletproof Cashflow podcast on iTunes or Stitcher, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. So listen, guys, we're working so hard to put out new content all the time to help you build success in the world of multifamily. I want you to be great, all right? Talk to you soon.